People are literally making thousands of dollars flipping NFTs right now. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 easy methods that you can use with no prior experience to take advantage of this new trend and to make some money. And all you need is a computer, and that's it. No previous skills, no crazy knowledge, no insider information. Just a computer and these 3 simple strategies. Now, the 3 strategies which we're going to cover in this video are floor price flipping, rare trait flipping, and initial mint flipping. If you're worried about what those mean and you don't quite understand it, don't worry, I'm gonna explain it all to you. So grab a pen and paper, watch this video all the way through, because we are dropping absolute knowledge bombs the whole way through. So you don't wanna miss any second of this video. The first thing we're going to do is jump onto OpenSea.io, and this website is a marketplace where you can buy, create, and sell NFTs. And this is what we're going to use to make our money. So you're going to create an account, and once you've done that, we're going to go to explore. Now remember the first method, floor price flipping. The idea of this method isn't to find a project that you believe in over the long term. It's not to get some sort of insider information or hope some sort of influencer pumps up the project, but it's more to find someone who's selling something for cheaper than it's worth, or maybe they don't know what it's worth and they don't have the right price. Reasons people will do this is they don't know what they have, or maybe even they're just in a rush to sell it. They want to sell that project and get their money, and that's what we're going to take advantage of. This is probably the simplest method to make money trading NFTs. However, it's also quite frustrating because you are competing against a whole lot of people, and you do need to constantly be refreshing and constantly looking for deals because everyone else is doing the same thing. So you might spend hours just trying to find that one deal, but when you do find that deal, it could make you hundreds of dollars straight away with little risk. One thing that I want to point out is if we go to the chain section here, you can see that what we're going to be talking about is Ethereum and Polygon. And this is obviously the platforms that the NFTs are created on. Which one should you choose? Well, to answer that question, it depends on your budget, because each one has its benefits and also its negatives. Now, the benefits of Ethereum are it's much more well known. There are a lot more projects on the NFT space, and therefore a lot more opportunity. That's not to say you can't make money on Polygon. However, Ethereum is where so many projects are right now, much more than Polygon as of recording. So there is a lot more opportunity. The benefits on Polygon rather is Ethereum's more expensive to use, and that's where it comes down to your budget, because to use Ethereum, you've got to incur gas fees, and a gas fee is a fee that you need to pay every time you buy, every time you sell, every time you interact in any way. Even changing the price on your listing, you need to pay your gas fees. And that's why another thing that you need to note is when you upload the project, you need to understand your pricing. You want to make sure you get it right, because you don't want to be constantly changing the pricing, paying those fees, because that will eat away at your profit. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to specify which one. So what we're doing is, like I said, we're looking for these deals. So we're going to go on to buy now. We don't want to go against any auctions. We're looking for buy nows, and we're going to sort by recently listed, because we want to find what's just been put for cheaper than it's worth. What I'm looking for now is a verified project, and a verified project is any project that's had more than 100 Ethereum traded on it. They basically apply to OpenSea to get verified, and a verified project is shown by its little, so here's a verified project. Here's exactly what I was talking about, this little check mark. So this is a verified project. So we found this verified project, we're going to click on it, and what we're going to do now is we're going to come up here and we're going to go onto the actual project itself. Some things that I'm looking for is the floor price. Now, the floor price is the cheapest a NFT in this project was recently sold. So what we want to do is we want to sort by buy now, and we want to sort by low to high. Now, what you see is the floor price of this project. So the floor price, 0.13. The cheapest one is 0.13. So there is no money to be made. What I'm looking for ideally is, say you find a project that has a floor price of 0.5, and you find an NFT within that project for 0.4 or even 0.43. You want to buy that up for that 0.4, and you're going to relist it for the 0.5 floor price. And you're going to take that 0.1 Ethereum as profit minus your gas fees. Now, 0.1 Ethereum doesn't sound like that much, but it is, because Ethereum as of recording is 3,300 USD. So that is a clean $330 in your pocket just by finding a deal, and by selling it, of course, you need to subtract your gas fees from that. Now, that last project clearly didn't have any deals for us, so we're going to repeat the process, and this is where it gets a bit frustrating because you need to constantly be looking for that deal. However, when you find it, like we said, it's money in your pocket that you get just by sitting at home and looking through your computer. So you go to Explore, Buy Now, Sort by Recently Listed, and let's see what we find. Remember, we're looking for something verified. We're looking for something at a good price that we can afford in our budget. So now I've come across this project here, and as you can see, it is a bit expensive, but hey, for the sake of the video, let's just see what happens. One thing that I'm looking at is 8,000 items, 2,100 owners. So that does tell me that there is a lot of interest in this project. You don't want a project that's got 10,000 items and maybe 5 owners or 2 owners. You want one that has a lot of owners. A ratio of 3 items to 1 owner is something that I like to look at. Another thing, if you want to look even deeper, and this is good for those non-verified projects, this is how you find the deals on those non-verified projects. You look, you compare the items to owners, you want a ratio of at least 0.3. Then you come over here and you look at these, their website, you look at their Twitter, particularly their Discord, and their Discord's a good way to get a feel for the community, to understand how many people are talking about it, but it's also got their recent sales, what's been selling and how much it's been selling for, and that's another way to look for those deals. So we're going to go here, we've got a floor price of 0.04, so off the bat that's pretty low, there's not going to be much money to be made, but let's see if we can find a deal anyway for the sake of the video. So we go buy now, low to high. As you can see, 0.035. This does tell me that there is money to be made. If I was to buy this for 0.035, I could sell it for 0.04 and make that 0.005 profit. Now, in this case, it's not worth it because that profit's going to be eaten up by your gas fees. However, if the floor price was, say, 0.5 and this was selling for 0.4, absolutely buy that up, and that's where you make the money. That's a clean $330 minus gas fees in your pocket just by sitting here and looking for these projects. So that's floor price flipping, okay? You understand what you're doing. You're looking for those cheap deals by their price. You're looking for things that are being sold cheaper than they're worth. You're going to take that opportunity and you're going to resell it. Now let's get into rare trait flipping. Okay, now for rare trait flipping, what we're trying to do is we're trying to find an NFT with a trait that's cheaper than other NFTs with those traits. And by traits, what I mean is every NFT has unique features and these features vary in rarity. What we're trying to do is we're trying to find a NFT that has a feature that's very rare. However, the owner might not be aware about this, or they're selling it for cheaper because they need the money, and we're trying to buy it up and sell it for what it's actually worth. So as we're on here on Apes on Space, and this is just a random project, I don't know anything about it, I've just typed it in, and I come here and I say, okay, this one here looks pretty cool. It's got a bubble. I've pressed it. I come down, I look at properties, and what I find is this bubble trait, 4% have this trait. So 4% of these NFTs have this bubble. So we're going to click on it and we're going to compare this one now to the other. And what we find is this NFT is trading at 0.01 with the bubble, whereas every other NFT is trading at a much higher price. This one here is trading at 0.08. So even if you sort this from low to high, which it is, we're going to buy this one here for 0.01. We're going to sell it for 0.04. And that's the type of deals that we're looking for. We're going to try find this one cheap. We're going to sell it for this higher price because it has that rare trait, that rare unique feature. Now this method, this strategy does require a bit more skill because you got to understand about the traits. You got to understand what you're looking for. And you also have to acknowledge the fact that just because it's got the same trait, there are other factors as well. For example, this one might be worth more because it has a helmet. So that's another thing to look into. But however, in terms of the bubble right now, this is a good deal in my eyes. This is a deal that I would take. What I don't like about it is that the profit is only 0.3, and with a 0.03 profit rather, that's only about $30. That isn't as much as we want. We do want that $100 to $200 range to cover the gas fee. So this wouldn't be one that I'd buy. However, this is a perfect example of the kind of thing to look for. All right, so the last method is the initial mint flipping. Now, to achieve this method, you do need to be constantly looking at NFTs. You want to try find an NFT that's a brand new project and it is selling. So what we're looking at here is the Visitors NFT. Now, this isn't brand new, but it's a good example. The Visitors NFT, as you can see, is now verified. It wasn't too long ago. And they've basically got these aliens, these NFTs here. And you can see the floor price is 0.08. If this was a new project that's still being minted, what you do is you go here, you click on the website. As you can see, they're sold out. So what you do is you come on the website and you mint these NFTs. And outside of gas fees, these NFTs to mint costed you 0.045. So minting them at 0.045, you could straight away sell them on OpenSea for 0.08, which is basically doubling your money outside of gas fees like that. It's literally that easy. And once you find a project, you can make a whole lot of money just by minting it and selling it, minting it and selling it for double your money outside of gas fees, which is really, really good. And you can make a lot of money by doing this. The key is finding these projects. So that is the three methods, the three ways to make money flipping NFTs. Just to go over it, we have the floor price flipping, and that is where you find a deal, you find the NFT that's cheaper than the floor price. Ideally, you're looking for something that's at least 0.1 ETH cheaper so you can make it worth your while. The second way is rare trait, and this is where you do a bit more digging, you look at the traits and you're trying to find the NFT that's selling for cheaper compared to other NFTs with the same traits. For example, we're looking at that monkey that had the balloon, the bubble rather, so we found that one was a lot cheaper than the others. And the last one is by finding projects that are being minted, okay, and they do sell it fast, so you've got to be constantly on the ball with that. You find it that's being minted, you buy it for the mint price of say 0.045, and you sell it on OpenSea for 0.08 and you double your money there. So they're the three methods that I use to make money flipping NFTs. If you want more videos like this or more videos on NFTs, please hit the like button and subscribe. That's all I ask you to do. I don't ask you to sign up for anything or buy any course, okay? It's just me behind the camera, just showing you what I'm doing and what I find out. And we do like to make videos on the stock market, on crypto and NFT. So make sure you've got your notifications turned on so you don't miss out. Let me know in the comments any projects you're looking at and want me to cover. I'd love to continually talk about NFTs on this channel, and I will see you all in the next video.